Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, in whichever time you're watching this. Welcome to SSC and welcome to the 25th day of Static GK Quiz Show, in which we shall be discussing government schemes, polity, and eminent personalities. Out of which, government scheme is the new topic which we will be carrying forward from this session onwards. So let's proceed. There are total of 20 questions you need to answer. I request everyone to please participate in the quiz. The PDF of all these sessions of this Static GK series, it will cost you 300 rupees, and in which you also get admission in a WhatsApp group where you get reminders and updates. For this, send a message to 7797058659 in WhatsApp. So the first topic, government schemes. The first question, what is the full form of PMGKAY? The options are there and your time begins now. PMGKAY, प्रधानमंत्री ग्राम कल्याण अन्न योजना, प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना, प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अंत्योदय योजना, or none of the above. The correct answer is प्रधानमंत्री गरीब कल्याण अन्न योजना, that is option B. Okay, option B, pradhanmantri garib kalyan anna yojana. This is a previous year question asked in printing and stationaries paper 1 of SPSC recently. Okay, recently. So I hope it is clear. Let's talk about this scheme a little bit. So pradhanmantri garib kalyan Anna Yojana. It was a food security scheme, okay, and it was launched during the time of COVID-19 pandemic. Okay, so it was launched during COVID-19 pandemic, and the exact date it can be asked in exam. It was launched in March 26, 2020. Okay, 2020, and it is also known as Prime Minister Food Security Scheme for the Poor. Okay, which translates into Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana. It's operated by Department of Food and Public Distribution and Ministry of Consumer Affairs, Food and Public Distribution, whereas its nodal ministry is Ministry of Finance. Okay, so remember it, March 26, 2020, Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, PMGKAY. Fine, let's go to the next question. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana is under which ministry? Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. The options are there and your time begins now. Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs, Ministry of Finance, Ministry of Human Resource Development, or none of the above. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana. As the word says, Awas means house, and thus it is looked after by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. Okay, so let's see about this scheme a little bit. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, it's an initiative by the government of India which provides affordable housing. Okay, affordable housing to the urban poor and also to the rural poor as well. Okay, urban poor and rural poor. So as you can see, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, Prime Minister Narendra Modi has initiated it. Ministry is Ministry of Housing and Urban Poverty Alleviation, Ministry of Housing, and key people Hardeep Singh Puri. Okay, so who is the minister? And it was launched in 25th June 2015. So remember this date. When was this Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana was launched? It was launched 7 years ago in 2015. The status is still active. Okay, so it's still active. It has two components. Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana has two components. First is PMAYU, which is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Urban, for the poor people in the urban area, and another component is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Gramin, or PMAYG, or also known as PMAYR, R for rural, right? So this is for the poor people in the rural areas. So two components, Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana, launched in 25th June 2015. Okay, so I hope it is clear, looked after by Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. So this is it. Next question. When was Swachh Bharat Abhiyan launched? This is pretty easy. I think you should answer it. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, Clean India Mission. When was it launched? Well, the time is over. This was easy. It was launched in 2nd October 2014, which was Gandhi Jayanti. Okay, the first Gandhi Jayanti after the Modi government. So, Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. Let's talk about this scheme a little bit. I think everybody knows it, but still there are lesser known fact. First of all, its slogan. What is the slogan of Pradhan Mantri Swachh Bharat Abhiyan? It's one step towards cleanliness. And in Hindi, it sounds as एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर. I think you all have heard this line, right? एक कदम स्वच्छता की ओर, one step towards cleanliness. It's the slogan. It can be asked in any ways. Key people is Parmeshwaran Iyer. Why Parmeshwaran Iyer? First of all, let me tell you that Parmeshwaran Iyer is now the CEO of Niti Aayog. Okay, and he was the man who led this Swachh Bharat mission. That's why he is the key people. And it was launched in Rajghat in Delhi. Okay, the graveyard of Mahatma Gandhi, the grave of Mahatma Gandhi, Rajghat, and on Gandhi Jayanti, 2nd October 2014. Its phase 1 has been completed in 2019 itself, and phase 2 has been launched. Okay, I think everybody knows that Swachh Bharat Abhiyan or Clean India Mission is a countrywide campaign initiated by Government of India in 2014. What was its purpose? To eliminate open defecation and improve solid waste management. Okay, so these are the two basic motive of this Swachh Bharat mission. Two basic agendas. What is the one? The first one is to eliminate open defecation. First agenda, and the second agenda is to improve solid waste management. And it is to be noted that it is a restructured version of the Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan. You know, before Modi's government, before BJP government, in Congress government also a similar kind of movement was started by the name Nirmal Bharat Abhiyan, and it was launched in 2009 by the predecessor Manmohan Singh, but it failed to achieve its intended targets. And when the BJP came in the government, it just restructured it and gave it a completely new name called Swachh Bharat Mission. Okay, Modi's branding. So this is it. I hope it's clear. Next question. Ayushman Bharat was launched by whom? Okay, another scheme, Ayushman Bharat. The options are there, and your time begins now. PM Modi, Amit Shah, Nitin Gadkari, or none of the above? The correct answer is Prime Minister Modi. Okay, Modi ji have launched this Ayushman Bharat. Let's talk about this. What is this Ayushman Bharat? Let's see. Ayushman Bharat Pradhan Mantri Jan Arogya Yojana. What does it mean? Prime Minister's People Health Scheme, also referred to as Ayushman Bharat National Health Protection Scheme. It is basically a national public health insurance scheme. Okay, so it's a public national health insurance fund of Government of India, which aims to provide free access to health insurance coverage for low income earners in the country. Okay, sorry for the voice. My voice is going down. Anyways, it was launched in September 2018. Okay, so it was launched in 2018 September. So this is quite unique. Okay, most of the schemes are launched in 2015, but this one is in 2018, so easy to remember as well. Okay, so Ministry of Health and Welfare, because it's a health insurance scheme, so of course Ministry of Health is responsible for it. And the ministry also later established NHA, which is National Health Authority, to administer this program. Okay, so this is it. It was launched in 23rd September 2018, and it's active. Okay, currently active. So I hope it's clear. Let's go to the next question. Which of the following scheme came under Ministry of Commerce and Industry? The options are there, and your time begins now. Swachh Bharat Abhiyan, National Bal Swachhata, National Digital Health Mission, or Make in India? Ministry of Commerce and Industry. The correct answer to this question is Make in India. Okay, Make in India comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industry. So let's talk about this as well. Make in India, it's a campaign by the initiative by the Government of India to create and encourage companies to develop, manufacture, and assemble products made in India, and incentivize dedicated investments into manufacturing. Right, this initiative had targeted 25 economic sectors for the job creation and skill enhancement, and aim to transform India into a global design and manufacturing export hub. Pretty clear. Okay, Make in India, it has three stated objectives. Okay, so please look at these objectives. The first objective is to increase the manufacturing sector's growth to 12 to 14% per annum. Second objective, to create 100 million additional manufacturing job by 2022. I think 2022 is about to over. I don't know if this target is met or not. And to ensure that the manufacturing sector's contribution to the GDP is increased to 25% by 2022. But then I think the 2022 is about to get over. The target is not met yet. That's why it has been revised to 2025. So these are the basic objectives of Make in India campaign. So launched, when was it launched? As soon as the Modi government came, 2014. Okay, status is active and it's by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Okay, I hope it's clear. Make in India campaign. So we come to we finish government schemes. Now we come to polity. Okay, next, what can be the maximum strength of Lok Sabha? Pretty clear. I think you should know it. Maximum strength of, sorry, Rajya Sabha, not Lok Sabha. What is the maximum strength of Rajya Sabha? That is, how many seats are there at maximum in Rajya Sabha? It's 250. Okay, it's 250, and this is a previous year question asked in printing and stationery paper 1 of SPSC. So 250 question is the strength. Okay, 250 seats are there in Rajya Sabha for maximum. Let's read it. Let's read it in detail. The Rajya Sabha should consist of not more than 250 members. So 250 is the maximum. 238 members representing the states and union territories, and 12 members nominated by the president. So remember it. Okay, 238 from states and union territories and 12 members nominated by the president. Can you please write in the comment box that who is Rajya Sabha member from Sikkim? Okay, who is from Sikkim is in Rajya Sabha. So Rajya Sabha is a permanent body and is not subject to dissolution. Okay, so remember it. Let's see. The term limit of Rajya Sabha is 6 years. Okay, and Rajya Sabha is the upper house of the parliament. I think you all know this, right? Upper house of the Parliament of India. Chairman of Rajya Sabha currently is Jagdeep Dhankar. Why? Because he is the vice president, and vice president is the chairman of Rajya Sabha. Deputy chairman is Harivansh Narayan Singh, who is Secretary General Pramod Chandra Modi, and leader of the house. Now this is important. Okay, this has been asked in many exams. Who is the leader of the house currently in Rajya Sabha? He is Piyush Goyal. Okay, Piyush Goyal. He is a union cabinet minister. Okay, minister for textiles and minister for commerce and industry as well. Piyush Goyal. So this is it. This is about Rajya Sabha. Now let's go to next question, which is a very related one. What can be the maximum strength of Lok Sabha? I think this everyone knows. 400, 500, 552, 600. Okay, maximum strength, beyond which number there can be no members. The correct answer is 552. Okay, maximum strength of Lok Sabha is 552. Now let's read about it in detail. The maximum strength of the house is 552 members, 530 to represent the states, 20 to represent the union territories, and 2 members to be nominated by the president from the Anglo-Indian community. Okay, so 552 members. Okay, so 552 is the maximum strength of Lok Sabha. And at present there are 543 members in the Lok Sabha. Okay, the maximum strength is 552, but there are only 543 members currently as per 20th May 2022. Okay, as per this data, as per this time, 543 members are there. Currently the maximum is 552. Now let's see who is the speaker of Lok Sabha currently. Om Birla. Okay, Om Birla is the speaker of Lok Sabha. Deputy speaker of Lok Sabha is vacant. Okay, there is no one. Secretary General of Lok Sabha Utpal Kumar Singh. Leader of the House. Now this is important. Leader of the House is the Prime Minister of India Narendra Modi, and Deputy Leader is currently Rajnath Singh. Okay, Rajnath Singh is the current Defence Minister of India, and Leader of the Opposition is vacant since 2014. So I hope it's clear. This was about Lok Sabha. Okay, so we talked about both Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. In Rajya Sabha, the maximum strength is 250, and in Lok Sabha the maximum strength is 552, and at present the strength of the house is 543. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Let's go to the next question. Sir Edwin Montagu and Viceroy, whose name is Lord Chelmsford, are related to which of the following? The options are there and your time begins now. Sir Edwin Montagu and Viceroy Lord Chelmsford are related to which of the following? The time is over. They are related to Government of India Act 1919. As you can see, the Government of India Act 1919, it was passed by British Parliament to further expand the participation of Indians in the Government of India. Now, since the Act embodied reforms as recommended by a report of Edwin Montagu, who was Secretary of State for India, and Lord Chelmsford, Viceroy and Governor of India. This act was also called Montagu Chelmsford Reforms, or simply Montford Reforms. Okay, so that's why these two people are important. Sir Edwin Montagu and Viceroy Lord Chelmsford, Government of India Act 1919. The most notable feature of this act was end of benevolent despotism and introduction of the responsible government in India. So this was it. Okay, Government of India Act 1919. Next question: how many former presidents have got Bharat Ratna till now? How many? 2, 3, 6, or 5? The time is over. Till now, 6 presidents have got Bharat Ratna. And who are they? They are Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan, Rajendra Prasad, Zakir Hussain. Okay, Rajendra Prasad was the first president. Sarvepalli Radhakrishnan was the second president, and Zakir Hussain was the third president. And APJ Abdul Kalam, Dr. V.V. Giri, and Pranab Mukherjee. So all these 6 people have got Bharat Ratna till date. I think you all know Bharat Ratna is the highest civilian award given by Government of India to distinguished persons. Okay, so 6 presidents have got this Bharat Ratna till date. Next, which among the following is a correct statement? First of all, USA. In USA, there is supremacy of constitution. In Britain, there is supremacy of parliament. Option B. In Britain, there is supremacy of constitution. In USA, there is supremacy of parliament. Option C. In both Britain and USA, there is supremacy of constitution. And option D. In both Britain and USA, there is supremacy of parliament. Your time begins now. Which is correct? Well, the time is over. The correct answer is option A, that is in USA there is supremacy of constitution, that is constitution is supreme in USA, and in Britain there is supremacy of parliament. So let's see. Parliamentary sovereignty is a principle of UK constitution. So in UK, parliament is at the top. Okay, parliament is the uh, parliament is given the highest regard above constitution. Okay, above constitution. So parliament sovereignty is principle of UK constitution. It makes parliament the supreme legal authority in the UK, which can create or end any law. And talking about USA confers constitutional supremacy, and in USA constitution is the supreme, which is over the parliament. Okay, rather than parliamentary supremacy, since it is produced by legislative assembly and approved by its citizen. As stated in its preamble, it is unassailable by the legislature. Now talking about Indian constitution is the combination of these two contradictory principles. Okay, contradictory in the sense that in UK parliament is top. Okay, it's parliament at the top, and in USA there is constitution at the top, and in India our constitution is a combination of these two contradictory principles. That is, in India the constitution have tried to keep a balance between judiciary and the parliament, while judiciary, which is the Supreme Court, through its power of judicial review, can declare law passed by parliament as unconstitutional. Okay, so judiciary has this power to declare any law passed by parliament as unconstitutional, unlawful. Okay, whereas the parliament can amend the major portions of the constitution. See, both has been given the powers, both the Supreme Court and parliament. Okay, so parliament has its power to amend any major portion in the constitution, but this should not affect the basic structure of the constitution. So this is it. Okay, so I hope it's clear. Now we come to eminent personalities. It's the continuation from the day 24. So let's proceed. Eminent personalities. First question. Who became the first woman to reach summit of Mount Everest and the first woman to ascend all 7 summits by climbing the highest peak of every continent? The options are there and your time begins now. I think this we have already discussed in one of the previous sessions, but only first part of the question was there. So if you remember it, you should answer it. The answer is Junko Tebi. Okay, Junko Tebi. She became the first woman to reach summit of Mount Everest, and she was a Japanese mountaineer, and she also became the first woman to ascend all 7 summits, that is highest mountain of 7 continents, by climbing the highest peak of every continent. Okay, Junko Tebi. Next, who was the first woman external minister of India? External affairs minister. Sushma Swaraj, Jayalalitha, Pratibha Patil, or Indira Gandhi? The correct answer is Sushma Swaraj. Okay, Sushma Swaraj was the first woman external affairs minister of India. Next, who was the first health minister of independent India? The options are there. First health minister, Lal Bahadur Shastri, Amrit Kaur, Vijay Lakshmi Pandit, or Bal Gangadhar Tilak? The correct answer is Amrit Kaur. Okay, Amrit Kaur, or whose a full name was Dame Rajkumari BBG Amrit Kaur. Okay, she was an Indian activist and politician, and following her long lasting association with the Indian independence movement, she was appointed as the first health minister of India in 1947 and remained in the office till 1957. She also had the charge of sports minister, urban development minister, and was instrumental in setting up National Institute of Sports in Patiala. Okay, so this is it. So remember this as well, that National Institute of Sports is in Patiala. Okay, so Amrit Kaur was the first health minister of independent India. Next, in what year was Rajiv Gandhi assassinated? Rajiv Gandhi, who was a former prime minister, he was assassinated in which year? The time is over. It was the year 1991. So the assassination of Rajiv Gandhi, who was the former prime minister of India, occurred as a result of suicide bombing in Sri Perumbudur in Tamil Nadu. So remember the venue as well. Okay, Rajiv Gandhi was assassinated in Tamil Nadu state and in the place called Sri Perumbudur. Okay, Sri Perumbudur, and in India, and he was assassinated in which date? He was assassinated in 21st May 1991. And with him, at least 14 other, in addition to Rajiv Gandhi, were also killed. Okay, 14 other people were also killed along with Rajiv Gandhi. And who killed him? Who was the assassin of Rajiv Gandhi? This assassination was a suicide bombing, as I said, and it was carried out by Kalaivani Rajaratnam. Okay, Kalaivani Rajaratnam, who was popularly known by her assumed name Thenmoji Rajaratnam and Dhanu. Okay, and Kalaivani Rajaratnam was a member of Sri Lankan Tamil separatist organization, and the name of the organization was Liberation Tigers of Tamil Elam, that is LTT, a very famous organization. Okay, so it was LTT was responsible for assassination for Rajiv Gandhi, and Rajiv Gandhi was the sixth Prime Minister of India. Okay, sixth Prime Minister of India. So I hope it's clear. Let's go to the next question. Who built Jama Masjid? Now this is an easy question. Who built Jama Masjid? Jahangir, Akbar, Imam Bukhari, or Shah Jahan? Who built Jama Masjid? Jama Masjid was built by Shah Jahan, who also built Taj Mahal, right? So Jama Masjid, it is in Delhi. It was constructed in 1650 to 56 by Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan. It is the second largest mosque in the Indian subcontinent and is also an impressive example of Mughal architecture. Fine. Next question. What is the name of English translated version of National Anthem of India written by Rabindranath Tagore? English translated version. The Morning Song of India, the Evening Song of India, the Rising Song of India, or none of the above? The correct answer is the Morning Song of India. So it is common knowledge that Rabindranath Tagore had authored National anthem. Okay, everyone knows it. And our national anthem, Jan Gana Mana. And remember that it was composed, it was authored in the year 1911. Okay, and this Jan Gana Mana, I think everyone knows it's a part of a larger composition called Bharato Bhagyo Vidato. Okay, Bharato Bhagyo Vidata, and this Jan Gana Mana is a small part of it, and this is our national anthem. Okay, but not many know that it was translated into English as Morning Song of India, and it was given tune on only February 28, 1990. See, in 1911 it was composed, okay, but it was only a lyrics then, okay. But only in 1919 it got its tune, which we know presently, okay, during Tagore's brief stay at Mandanapalli. You'll get this entire detail in this article in the Hindu. I'll paste this article link in the description, okay, just for general knowledge, okay, not maybe not for all information for examination point of view, but just for general knowledge you can keep the information, okay. So I'll paste this link in the article. Next, who was the first Indian scientist to win a Nobel Prize? The options are there, and your time begins now. First Indian scientist to win the Nobel Prize. Sorry, it's night time and dogs are barking outside. I can't stop them. I tried to wait, but they are continuously barking, so I have to keep the show on. So please bear with the dogs. So the first Indian scientist to win a Nobel Prize was C.V. Raman. Okay, C.V. Raman. So this is it. I think everyone knows that C.V. Raman was the first Indian scientist to win the Nobel Prize in physics. Okay, he was a physicist and he won Nobel Prize in 1930 for his work on the scattering of light and for the discovery of the effect named after him. I think you all know it, the very famous Raman effect. Okay, and for this in 1930 he got Nobel Prize. Next, who is also known as second Buddha? The options are there and your time begins. Ramakrishna Paramhansa, Guru Padmasambhava, Mahavira or Ramana Maharshi? Second Buddha. Second Buddha is Guru Padma Sambhava. Okay, Guru Padma Sambhava, a legendary Buddhist master believed to be instrumental in bringing Buddhism to Tibet, is often known as the second Buddha. Next, who among the following is the first woman Chief Justice of a state high court in India? State high court's first woman Chief Justice. The options are there and your time begins now. Geeta Mukherjee, Laila Seth, Sujata Mauhar or Rani Jethmalini? The correct answer to this question is Laila Seth, who was an Indian judge who served as the first woman judge of the Delhi High Court and became the first woman to become the Chief Justice of State High Court of Himachal Pradesh High Court on 5th of August 1991. Okay, so this is it. Next question. The first English newspaper in India was started by whom? The first English newspaper in India. The options are there and your time begins now. The first English newspaper in India. Dadabhai Nauroji, James A. Hickey, Lord William Bentinck, or Rabindranath Tagore. So the time is over. The correct answer to this question is James Augustine Hickey. Okay, James Augustine Hickey. I think everyone knows James Augustus Hickey. Bengal Gazette was the first English language newspaper. I'm saying this that everyone knows because we have already discussed this in one of the previous sessions in the newspaper sections, I guess. Okay, so this is a repeated question, but in a slightly different context. Okay, we are discussing this in Eminent Personalities. So I hope it is clear. The last question of this session: the first president of USA to visit India was whom? The options are there and your time begins. Is he Thomas Jefferson? Is he John F. Kennedy? Is he D.W. Eisenhower? Or is he George Washington? What happened to the time? Okay, anyways, the computer is getting hanged. The answer is D.W. Eisenhower. Okay, so with this we complete the session. I hope you like this session. So since my laptop is not working fine, I'm not doing the revision. You can rewatch the video to do the revision. Okay, so this is it. I hope you like this session. This is about Eisenhower visit in USA. He was the first US president to visit India in 1959. Okay, he visited New Delhi and Agra and met India's PM Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru was the PM of India in 1959, and President Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and addressed the parliament. And Donald Trump, who recently visited, he was the seventh president to visit India. Okay, first one to land in Ahmedabad. And Richard Nixon traveled to India in 1969. 10 years later, Eisenhower and Jimmy Carter in 1978, Bill Clinton in 2000, George W. Bush in 2006, and President Obama, Barack Obama, he visited India twice. So in 2010 and 2015. Okay, so I hope it's clear. So it can be asked that who is the US president, the only US president to visit India twice till now, at least till 2022. Then he is Barack Hussein Obama. Okay, so I hope it's clear. So the session is completed. The PDF of entire series, digital read and printable, it will cost you 300. For this, send a message to 7797058659. So thank you so much. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to SSC Sikkim. Bye bye.